She told me when she was 6. She came in and I was washing dishes and she said, "Mom, I'm a girl." And I said, "You don't have to be a girl to like girl things, you know. Gender is a spectrum." And she sort of nodded, but she looked exhausted and went, "Thank you, but I'm a girl who likes girl things." And she just gave me this look. I don't know what she means, but she's trying to tell me something, and it's my job as her parent to figure out what it is and how to help her.
You can feel uncomfortable around someone who is different from you and you don't understand, but that does not give you the right to legislate against them. For every parent of a transgender child here today, there are crowds of others you're not seeing. To protect our children's identities, many parents, like our children, have been hiding. But this bill and others like it will make it too dangerous for us to live in Texas.
The percentage of transgender people is so small, but one very important part of that percentage is our daughter. And people need to know what's happening, and people need to know that trans kids exist and their lives are not up for debate.
Governor Greg Abbott and State Attorney General Ken Paxton have directed state agencies to conduct investigations of families when they provide gender-affirming medical care for transgender children.
Governor Greg Abbott has called on, quote, licensed professionals and even the public to report parents who seek gender-affirming care for their kids.
We know people who are being investigated.
All of the things that you thought would never occur started to occur.
This is the piece of paper that our kids had to carry around in their backpacks. They carried this document with them to school every day so they could hand the piece of paper to any CPS agent who showed up to ask them questions. I went, do you have any questions? And I just hear this little 10-year-old voice behind me ask, "Am I going to die?" She had tears streaming down her face, and I went, why would you ask me if you're going to die? No. And she went, "Because everybody here hates me." Even though my daughter is too young to receive gender-affirming healthcare, how can we ask her to grow up in a state that won't allow her to exist as herself? Found our moving truck. Goodbye, Texas.
Goodbye, Texas.
We just crossed into New Mexico. How do you guys feel?
Good.
What is that, guys?
Weird to me.
To say something like, "We are gender refugees," it sounds like something out of The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, yeah. Back in Austin, there were a lot of things that were going on. I just felt overwhelmed. And I also felt safer to move, like much safer.
So you knew it was the right decision also?
I knew it was the right decision.
Okay.
but also a sad decision.
I thought that we were going to live in Austin, in that house, in the same neighborhood as my brother and my nephews and my niece, with my parents just a couple of miles away. I thought we were gonna live there forever. Not everyone understands how to support trans children, but to knowingly withhold best practice medical care, to have the evidence of what is needed and to deny it, that's child abuse.
We've done everything right. We've gotten all of the best sound medical advice from pediatricians, neurologists, psychologists, and we're only trying to follow what our medical community says are the best choices you can make as a parent.
For anyone who thinks, well, gosh, I don't really know. I mean, is it good to provide health care to trans kids? You know, is this even real? What I want them to put themselves in our position and think about what you would do if your child came to you in distress and said, "This is who I am. Please believe me."
You guys having a good Pride? Yeah?
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Happy Pride. You got a lot of swag already?
While I never wanted my life to be about fighting my home state, trying to convince people that my daughter has a right to bodily autonomy, I'm her parent, and of course I'm going to do that. And I'm going to continue doing it out of state.